And in today's lesson, we're going to learn about the letters and sounds, letras y sonidos, in Spanish, in español. So first we're going to go through the alphabet, and I'm going to say the letter, how to say each letter, and I would like you to repeat with me at home. And then we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how to pronounce the letters as well. Bueno, vamos a comenzar. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, or R if we see more than one R. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y or Y, Z. All right, so let's go back to the beginning and we'll talk about each letter. So the first letter, A, the vowels in Spanish are really great because they're almost always going to sound the same. So anytime you see the letter A in Spanish, it's going to sound like A de amigo. Repiten, amigo. B, the letter B is said as B in Spanish. B de beso. Mwah, a beso is a kiss. All right, so the letter C. To say the letter C, we say se, and the letter C is interesting. So you have two ways that you can pronounce the letter C, such as casa with the hard C sound, or cerveza. See, cerveza sounds kind of like an S. So the rule is in Spanish, if you have a C, so the letter C, plus the vowel, if it's followed by the vowels A, O, or U, it's going to sound like a hard K sound. If you have the letter C followed by either I or E, it's going to make the S sound. So again, C, we would say se de casa or cerveza. The letter D is de dedo. Dedo is a finger, dedo. E de elefante, elefante. F de flor. Flor is a flower. See? F de flor. The G. So as you can see, we have a star next to G, which means that I have something I want to go over with you about the G. It's going to follow the same rules as the C. So when we're talking about the letter G, we're going to say G de gato or G de gitano. Do you hear the difference in the pronunciation? Gato, that's a hard G sound, and gitano, it kind of sounds like an H. So the rule for the G is if you have a G followed by A, O, or U, it's going to make that hard G sound, G, gato. And if we have a G followed by I or E, it's going to sound kind of like an H, gitano. See? Yeah. Okay. H de hola. But we didn't hear the H. So in Spanish, and this is very important, the Spanish H is silent. So anytime you see the letter H, you're going to skip right over it to the next letter. So in this instance, the word hola, meaning hello, has an H, but we don't pronounce the H. We say hola, not hala. See? Hola. So H's are silent in Spanish. Okay. E, so the letter I is pronounced E de isla. Isla means island. ¿sí? I de isla. Okay. J de jugo. The letter J sounds kind of like the H most of the time in Spanish. So kind of like in English, the letter H. Remember that the letter H in Spanish is silent. But the J in Spanish sounds kind of like the English letter H. So this is J de jugo. Okay, K de kilo. So K, it's a letter K, de kilo. A kilo is a kilo. So in the United States, we typically use pounds when we're talking about the weight of something. But in most other countries, they use kilos. See, kilo. Okay, L de libro, L de lluvia. So in Spanish, if you have an L by itself, it's just a regular L sound, L, libro. But if you see two L's together, it's going to be pronounced kind of like a Y would in English. So this word, lluvia, means rain. See? So libro, one L, lluvia, two L's. M de mesa. Mesa is a table. M de mesa. N de nariz. N de nariz. Nariz is nose. This letter is different because it doesn't show up in the English alphabet. This letter is the ñ. Ñ de niño. See, it's kind of like an N and a Y put together as far as pronunciation goes. Niño, ña, like that sound. See? O de hola. See? Now, you're probably thinking, I thought we just saw hola. This hola, let's see, right here, this hola means hello. It has an H on it. This hola is like a wave in an ocean. It doesn't have an H. Now, they are pronounced exactly the same. So how would you know if I was saying hola or hola? Based on context. So the context of the situation is going to let me know if I'm saying hola or hola. P de pingüino. P de pingüino. Pingüino is penguin. And we have something else interesting going on here that we haven't seen yet. You have a U, the letter U, with two little dots above it. That's called a diéresis. When you see the letter U with two dots above it, it's going to kind of sound like a W would in English. Okay, Q de queso. Q de queso. So the letter Q, anytime it's followed by U, the letter U, it's going to just sound like a K. We're going to skip right over the U and go into the next sound. See? So queso, not queso, queso. See? R de ropa, R de carro. So one R in Spanish is R, and two R's in Spanish is R. So you're going to trill, you're going to take your tongue and turn the tip up in your mouth and push the air through so that it vibrates and hits the top of your mouth. R. So R de ropa, R de carro. S de silla. Silla is a chair. See, S de silla. T de taco, because who doesn't like tacos, right? T de taco. U de uva. U de uva. Uva is a grape. See? V de vaca. V, and in some countries it's also known as B or B corta, B chica, but for this purpose we'll say V for the letter V. V de vaca. Vaca is a cow. And what you're going to notice on the sound for V is that it sounds just like the letter B does. So, B de beso, V de vaca. See? W can have many different names as well. You can say W or B doble in some countries as well. So we're going to say W de windsurf. And what you're going to find about the letter W is that there aren't really any words in the Spanish language that are original to the Spanish language that start with W. Most of the words that you'll find in Spanish that start with W are borrowed words from other languages. Okay, the letter X. X de México. X de México. So the letter X is X de México. See, Mexico. The X in this case is going to sound like an H. See? Y de yo. So how to say the letter Y? You can say yay. Kind of pronounced like that in English. Y de yo. Y de yo. Yo means I. And the last letter is Z, Z de zapato. Zapato is a shoe. So Z de zapato. All right, we're going to go through these one more time and pronounce them all the way through. A de amigo, B de beso, C de casa, C de cerveza, D de dedo, E de elefante, F de flor, G de gato, G de gitano, H de hola, I de isla, J de jugo is juice, K de kilo, L de libro, L de lluvia, M de mesa, N de nariz, Ñ de niño, O de hola, P de pingüino, Q de queso, R de ropa, and R de carro, S de silla, T de taco, U de uva, V de vaca, W de windsurf o Washington, X de México, Y de yo, y Z de zapato. Okay, clase, you guys are all set, and I want you to review the letters of the alphabet. Practice saying your name out loud and spelling your name. So, for example, I could say, soy Jessica. J-E-S-S-I-C-A. And my last name, Hunter. H-U-N-T-E-R. So practice spelling words out loud. This is a really great activity to do to form the foundation of your pronunciation and your understanding of the Spanish language. It is very important to make sure that you have proper pronunciation, not just so that others can understand you, but also so that when other people are speaking, you understand correctly what's being said. If you know how the sounds sound in Spanish, it'll be easier for you to understand Spanish down the road. Okay, clase, gracias, hasta luego.